it for Christ. Only got one life. Got one shot at this, I gotta do it right. Yeah, I gotta do it right. Yeah, gotta do it right. Yeah, do it for Christ. Only got one life. Got one shot at this, I gotta do it right. Yeah, I gotta do it right. Time to throw in the towel. I've been holding on this for a while. I'm moving on my own skin. Crocodile, yeah, I'm washed in the blood. Made new, can't tell who I was. No, he saved me by grace. He did it just because. Yeah, my flesh was on E. Had to fill it with the spirit. God, I'm complete. Secretly in prayer, gotta keep it real discreet. All the verses they to write on God agree. Yeah.
Hey, welcome to Wealthy Marriage Wednesday. Hopefully, you are not like those of us who have not shared the broadcast yet.
Please pick
I'm
up
sharing
your device
it right now
share,
because you know what time it is. So it's time to share. Pick it up and share.
Yes.
Hold on. Let me see where I'm at.
You share. I share.
I'm working on sharing this thing. I need to get this. Okay, hold on.
That's not
I hit
it.
the wrong button. All right.
I share.
Hey, check it out. Blessings, family. Hope y'all doing good.
Yes.
It ain't nothing like this time right here. This is Wealthy Marriage Wednesday.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Hello.
And we want to let you all know that you are welcome for this. And so we appreciate the opportunity to do it. And God bless each and every marriage that's out here.
That's right.
It's been a good week.
Yes.
It really has. And I'm going to tell you, there's times when you get up, there's times when you get down, there's times being entrepreneurs.
Oh, yeah.
We got this term called entrepreneurship.
Entrepreneur.
I'm going to tell you, it's got its up days, it's got its sideways days, it's got its down days. But when you are doing it together, it makes it so much better.
Yes.
And so why do we do Wealthy Marriage Wednesday? It is because we want to see you be able to have a phenomenal marriage and to be able to get your money up too.
Yeah.
And sometimes those two things we've seen, they be at odds. But not here.
They can't.
Not here.
Yeah.
And so today we're going to be going into the book. And so today's topic is in chapter number 18 of the book. We told you we was going to go through it all year. Yeah. And so we in chapter number 18 called You Better Recognize. Now, you better recognize. What exactly does that mean?
Come on now. You better recognize.
Yeah, well, what does it mean? Well, it means it's all about recognizing each other in a special way. And so to learn and to hear more about what we're talking about when we say you better recognize, then you're going to want to tune into this because sometimes you can go in a whole day, have ups and downs and a lot of different things going on, whether it's at your job, whether it's at your church, whether it's at your school, whether it's at your business, whether it's whatever it is that you do. Nonprofit, whatever it is you do, and you feel like nobody even cared, or you feel like you did some stuff and worked hard on it and nobody even appreciated it. And so at what point are we going to take the time to acknowledge each other? And so our chapter number 18 in the book is all about that one topic. You better recognize. And so we're going to talk about that today.
Recognize.
And so, but before we get too far into this today, you need to stop reading this book now. If you don't have your boo with you, make sure you get your boo.
That's right.
And also, what we're going to be talking about is the same thing we love to talk about every week: how to turn your time into money, turn your money into assets, and turn your assets into freedom. You know how we do it on
freedom?
This. What is freedom? That's a good question, Joy.
Yeah.
Is without hindrance, without restraint, not in bondage. We're talking about freedom too. You have something that you want to do. You have something that you believe you're supposed to be spending your time doing. And so having freedom to do those things without financial restrictions and without time restrictions and without health restrictions is going to help you to truly be able to go to the next level.
That's right.
That sound pretty good?
Sounds great.
All right. I like it too. Freedom sounds good to me. We're going to start y'all off with a quote today.
Okay, I like this.
This is a Maya Angelou quote today. So we're giving y'all some Maya Angelou today. I've learned that people will forget what you said,
and people will forget what you did,
but people will never forget how you made them feel. How you made them feel. I'm telling you, that is the best quote for married couples ever. Is because Joy will forget the words, the specific words I said. No, you didn't say. Hold on, I can't remember exactly what you said. You won't remember it. But won't even remember what I did specifically. But you will remember if somebody made you mad about something.
Oh yeah,
you'll remember it.
Oh,
You
yeah.
be like, you mad? You don't even know why you mad.
I don't know why
Some
I'm
of y'all
mad.
got some people in y'all family or somebody. You ever been beefing with your husband or your wife, and you've been beefing and didn't even remember why you was beefing by the time you got to it?
Right. Been there.
Don't know where it started from. You ever been like that? I know you've been like that because you remember the feeling. It's a feeling. Like the feeling that we have that separates us is not something that initially was said. It's usually not the actual words themselves. It's usually not even something that you did. It's usually the way that that thing made you feel.
Yeah.
And we have power. The power of death and life is in the tongue. And so if the power of death and life is in the tongue, then we have the opportunity to use our words to change some things.
Right.
Is that there's some things that we can let out of our mouth that can completely change our whole situation. And if you believe that, y'all need to put a thumb up in the chat or something like that, because that was a real deal thing. And so when we're talking about how we feel, we have to really acknowledge the fact this one question exists and we don't answer it. Is when is the last time you celebrated a small win?
Oh man.
When's the last time you celebrated a small win?
Yeah.
Like think about a small thing. Like, for me, this is a real example from today.
Yeah.
Today I get up, we was working. I mean, we was getting to it.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking about no shave, no nothing. We just get up, work out, do all the stuff that we do in the day, start hitting it. I'm going all through the day. I'm knocking stuff out. I'm going from thing to thing. And out of nowhere, Joy just comes up and says, I just wanted to let you know how wonderful it is you are as a husband and how great you're doing going from thing to thing. Yeah. I really appreciate it. Do you know that nobody else in my whole entire life would even know that? But then nobody else in my whole entire life said a word about it. People just care about the stuff that you're giving to them and the thing you're bringing them for the most part.
Right.
Generally speaking, most people aren't concerned with you as an individual or concerned with the things that are important to you and the things that you've worked hard on and contributed to. And so to be able to have somebody in your life who stops to acknowledge the small things, it really makes all the difference. She made my day just by telling me that she appreciated something that nobody else did.
Yeah. Because it makes it hard, to be able to go through your day and you're giving to other people and, you're giving, you're pouring into other people's cup, and your cup is getting depleted. And so being able to celebrate those small wins, give a word of encouragement to especially your spouse, the one you love, your kids, anybody that has any kind of interaction with you in your life, it's helpful when you be able to help build their cup, to make sure that where they are is encouraged and showing them love. And so that is is important.
Hey, I just like what she said, very important. It ain't nothing like being able to bring the love. And even too, as a man, it's not, I'm like I used to be a manager for a lot of years. So I was like if you got a manager hat on, you're constantly looking for something wrong. You're always looking for the stuff that's not right. And matter of fact, it pops out so hard that especially all those people who in corporate and then we in entrepreneurship together, we business people. So you expect stuff to go right. You've set a clear expectation. You've made it very clear and communicated with everybody. We've done that already. So now we have a good expectation about how things are supposed to go. And so we then see the stuff that's not right. And then what do you do all your time, spending all your time thinking about the stuff that's not going right in your business? And so you take the same model home and it just don't work. Here's an example. It's like, this is something that, let's say Joy, she watered the garden. She packed our gym bags. She sorted the recycling out. She baked for the school events. She updated the budget, and then she organized all the clothes. She checked on my mom, shopped for food, planned weekend activities, and then created a family activity book. So she did all of that in the course of a day. Just like, this is all the different things you do. And then out of nowhere, I do one thing and I'm like, hold on, what in the world is this Target receipt? What is you doing up at Target? Like, I mean, who did you take with you? How many people do you know? And then you start talking about people in different countries who wish that they had access to the resources that they could blow at Target.
Oh my.
Like, Target shouldn't have a line item on my personal P&L. Like, why? And you know what I'm talking about? I mean, sometimes you got to talk about it. It's like, seriously. Right. And so hold on. Okay. And so now, all of a sudden, all of the wonderful things that is going on didn't say a word. Nope. Not a word. Nope. Because now you've made the amazing things that your partner does are now normal. Oh. At what point did all the amazing things that your partner does become normal? Like, guess what? I hate to tell y'all this. It's not normal. We have to be excited just like the first time. Yeah. And you read in chapter 18 of the book, you got to take it back to the first time.
That's right.
You remember the first time? Oh, the first time she ever baked some cookies? Oh my goodness, these cookies are amazing. You are wonderful.
We don't want to talk about my first time I baked cookies.
Yeah, it wasn't this situation. But she made some chili. It was bomb. Yeah, what happened to the last time she made this chili and she put she put mushrooms in it? I never had chili with mushrooms, but it had meat. The flavor was right. The spice, the seasonings was excellent. This is the best chili I ever had. I was like, this chili is phenomenal chili. Right. And so now she makes some chili and you just like, did you cook? You know what I'm saying? That's all you get.
Man, I thought you liked
my chili. No. You don't even say that. Right. You be like, you ain't got no cornbread with that? Did you get the cheese I like? I like the sharp cheddar. Did you get this hot sauce I like? And then so at what point did the thing that you used to love become so mundane that we don't take the time to appreciate it? Right. And so what the whole purpose of this is to say is not to not have the conversation about Target. If you feel some type of way about Target, you need to express it. Don't bottle it up. Right. But with the same level of intensity, go through each one of these 10 things. If you're going to spend a whole afternoon going back and forth throwing shade comments about Target, then you need to spend a whole afternoon going and throwing positive comments about all the other 10 things. Guess what? When you're constantly throwing out all those wonderful things, like, I can't believe it. You made the bed. Yeah, I can't stand making the bed. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you. Yeah, you just be on your stuff. You tight like that. What if you went the extra mile with every single thing all the time? How positive would your house be? How wonderful would it be? Do you think that they would want to be around you? What about this right here? Let's go through the list. Okay. Girl, the way you watered that garden, man, them tomatoes look ripe just like you do with your fine self. Talking about packing that gym bag. Man, I'm going to tell you, I couldn't find none of this stuff if it wasn't for you. Thank you. Goodness, great. It even smelled good. Did you put the dryer sheet up in that box? Sure, I'll smell better at the gym than I do at the house. Thank you, girl. Talking about sorting and recycling. You ain't nobody saved the earth like you. You care about God's creation with your fine self. What if you said baking events for school? We're like, my goodness gracious, you could cook. You gonna get them kids, they're gonna be coming back every single week. They'd be a highest selling fundraiser that they ever had messing around with your food. They're gonna last 5 minutes, they're gonna be gone. What if you got excited? Girl, I don't know what you do inside of this Excel spreadsheet, but how the budget turns out and it's positive on the end, all I can say is wow. Whatever you gotta, what if you checked on mama? You a good woman. I appreciate you. You hold on. You went to the grocery store and you bought you got the vanilla Greek unsweetened yogurt that I like. Shut up. That's my jam right there with the blueberries, with the frozen blueberries in it. That's my thing. I like that. Okay, girl, you did a good job. And you cute. Planning weekend activities. This is all in the same day. Plan it. Oh my goodness. So I didn't know what to do, but you got it all the way tight. Thank you for getting all that together. It was stressing me out. I appreciate you. You're doing a great job. What about creating a family book? Man, I don't know. I don't keep none of these pictures. You keep some of this stuff. I didn't even know you had that picture. That's amazing. Your thoughtfulness and how you go about caring about us enough to be able to put this together is meaningful. And so by the time you get through all of that, Tarjay don't seem like such a big deal, because you done rattled off all the amazing things that the other person is doing. But if you don't recognize it, here's the question that we have for you. You need to ask yourself this question.
Who is validating and affirming your spouse?
Who is it?
Who?
Because if it's not you, it's going to be somebody else.
Somebody.
I'm going to tell you. Hey, if I don't say it, then it's going to be some player walking down the street. You all know what I'm talking about. Just happen to be having suns out, guns out day, and just look over at my honey dip over here and say, dang, them braids looking cute over there, girl. Oh, man. Can I help you with that? You got a man?
Yes.
Yeah, obviously. But why even allow somebody the opportunity to shoot their shot? I'm going to tell you. You're going to have a hard time shooting a shot around here. It's going to be some work. The reason being is because we put in the work to be able to let the other person know how well we feel about them.
That's right. So showing that appreciation and celebrating each other, it's really important.
It's a real thing.
It really is.
And there's all kind of things. And so what if you went through a whole day? What if I went through a whole day, forgot to refill the gas tank, and now I'm canceled?
Right.
And you know what kind of cancel that is? That's bonnet cancel. Yeah, bonnet, t-shirt with the sweatpants cancel.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you ain't getting nowhere. I mean, you might as well got that thing locked all the way up. It ain't happening. She putting on the it ain't happening up here, head to toe. It ain't happening with the big fuzzy socks on too. You ain't getting nowhere near nothing. You might as well just go and sit in the corner and be quiet and pray. Okay. Because that's all this is happening around here tonight is prayer.
Oh my goodness.
You know, I'm just letting you know.
Hey.
You better recognize.
Yeah. Hey, recognition is key. It's key. It's keep your marriage on point.
All right. And the key to it is consistently acknowledging accomplishments daily. Yeah. So celebrating special events are important, doing big things, getting out together, but there's never anything more important than telling each other each and every day, as many ways and as many times as you can, how much you appreciate each other.
And just one other thing, John, it's like sometimes we are so hard on ourselves individually because we do see all the stuff that we didn't get to do. So having somebody, your spouse, your partner, somebody acknowledge those small things that you forgot about because you were so in on the stuff that you didn't do. That's or good. Something that didn't go right that you was like, oh, I should have did that. Because I'm guilty. I am guilty of that. I'm like, oh, but I didn't get to do this. I didn't do that. And I messed that all up. But then when you have somebody to come in, like your husband, like a great husband who I have, that always encourages and fills my cup daily. I mean, if I didn't have that, I'm like, man, where would my self-esteem be or self-thought about myself, how I feel? That helps. And so having somebody that loves you and cares for you and is willing to always fill your cup is so much better when you have somebody that can do that.
See, there you have it. You see, it's a good thing. And I'm thankful for Joy. And obviously you can tell that this is not something that is new to us, but we do want to let you know it's intentional.
Yeah.
And like we in marriages and then act like you just going to trip up and start doing stuff.
Right.
Why you think we wrote the book? We wrote it because it ain't normal. Like normal is now, new normal is getting divorced or living together and being sad and angry and not liking each other for real or beefing on the low. or, you know, having them little things that you don't even talk about. You just avoid it so long because it's so painful for you. You don't even know how to talk about it.
Right.
Like that's the new normal. And so we said, no, that's not the new normal. What would happen if we be intentional about some things specifically? And so there's some things that people look at us sometimes and they'll say, oh man, y'all look like y'all good friends. You look like you're having a good time. We didn't just trip up on that. Like it just didn't happen. You know, it's the grace of God, and everybody say put God first. Well, then what? You know, like how do you go through the steps? Like God will show you how to do what, and this is what He showed us how to do. And so we put what He showed us how to do in the book, and part of it is recognizing each other and celebrating the small things and making each other feel appreciated. Don't wait for some special time. You don't know if tomorrow is not guaranteed. You don't know if you'll see them again. And what do you want the last things that they remembered in the day to be? Is it you yelling at them about a Target expense, or not filling up the gas tank, or not putting the toilet paper roll back on, or leaving too many dishes, or opening a cabinet and just leaving it hanging open, or whatever else random thing that comes up that just happens to be the end of the world in that moment? It's like we got to let that stuff be so minuscule because we spent so much time pouring into each other that when something small does happen, and it happens, and it's no different, the same amount of stuff that's happening in your marriage that is good or bad is happening in ours as well. But we've just decided to drown out the bad stuff with all of the good validation, all the love, all the joyful things. We've decided to commit our energy in a greater percentage to the things that are going good, and not spend a greater percentage of our energy to the small amount of things that are not. And I'm gonna tell you, it's been a blessing to us, and we hope that little piece of this formula has been a blessing to you as well. And as always, and you know that no matter where you are or what you do, but if you are a married couple, it's always so much better.